Hey Aries, I'm Jacene, also known as Tempest Trade, and this is your energy check-in. These messages may resonate for you if you have the Aries zodiac anywhere in your chart. Please use discernment when listening to these messages, as not everything is for you. Trust your gut, trust your intuition before applying yourself or applying these messages to you. These messages are also timeless, which means that there may be a message in these videos anytime you come across them. Lastly, if you're interested in a one-on-one private session for tarot, divination, energy healing, or sound healing, feel free to go to my Linktree Tempest Trade or DM me on any of my social media. All of the links will be in the description below. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started. And let's see what Aries needs to know right now. Ooh. So we have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright as the first card out. Ace of Pentacles represents new beginnings or new opportunities in finance, career, material wealth, stability, internal emotional groundedness, or like projects, hobbies, possibly anything where you can make money or anything where you are possibly gaining new material items, new work opportunities. It looks as though you are experiencing something new entering into your life, but we have the Moon card out here, which represents illusions, things not being very clear, or maybe someone or something intentionally hiding things from you, or for example, you don't see all of the facts, all of the bigger picture. So maybe you are unsure about any new opportunities that are coming your way because maybe you don't see everything. And maybe that gives you anxiety in a sense. Let's see if we can get other information. We have the Three of Swords in the upright. So heartache, pain, possibly trauma, still hurting from something or still needing to heal from something. Maybe that's the reason why you might have some anxiety. Because when we think about previous pain, previous situations, it really does create kind of it kind of creates an illusion about any new thing that may come our way because of previous experiences. It could also be that there are certain things you still need to heal from, which is the reason why you might feel like there's something off about whatever new adventures or new opportunities are approaching you. Let's see if we can get more information. Lastly, we have the Queen of Cups in the reversal. I once heard someone reference the Queen of Cups in the reversal as stressy and depressy. With, this is actually good, with the Devil card in reversal at the bottom of the deck. So stressy and depressy. Something really has affected your emotional state and affected your inner stability. You're probably stressed, probably depressed, or you're going through waves of stress and depression, along with trying to balance that and trying to heal that. This Devil in the reversal card on the bottom of the deck tells me that you are aware of what is holding you back. You are aware of your own mental circles, your own habits, possibly certain mindsets that you have kept yourself in and it doesn't serve you. Or maybe certain people, places, family members, friends, jobs, whatever it is. There is something either inside of you, whether that be emotional, mental, spiritual, or something outside of you that you are aware it's not helping you. It doesn't benefit you. And awareness is the biggest thing. Awareness is key, because as long as you have awareness, you can heal, you can move on, you can stabilize yourself, and you can see through the illusions. But right now it looks as though you might need some healing. You might still need some healing to do, because you have new things coming towards you, but it looks as though you're kind of lingering on the past. Now let's see if we can get some clarification for these cards. Deja vu. All right. So, yeah. Exactly what I was saying before, how when we go through certain things in the past, we tend to think that situations will repeat itself with new opportunities coming your way. For example, if you were betrayed by, let's say, a friend, a family member, a colleague, a partner, a relationship partner, whatever, if you were betrayed at one point in time and it really hurt you, it might make you think that any new opportunity or new person or anything new might betray you too, which it feels like deja vu, like it's happening all over again. But that is definitely a mindset that you need to work through, something that you need to understand doesn't really protect you. I mean, it's good to be aware of other people, but it's not good to just automatically assume that certain situations are going to turn out exactly like previous situations. That is where you need to utilize your discernment and tap into your intuition, because through your intuition, you will be able to observe and feel when people, places, or situations are not good for you. But you really need to kind of heal and stabilize yourself in order to train that intuition, that discernment. All right, let's get more clarification. All right, Aries. I understand in the beginning of this video, I mentioned how these videos are timeless, these messages, meaning anytime you come across these videos, there will be a message in it for you. But this specific card right here is Ra's eclipse. Now, the date that I am recording this video, in a few days, there will be a full moon, and it will also be a lunar eclipse. So, and given that this has come out to clarify, the eclipse card has come out to clarify the moon card. I mean, I can't make this up. You're watching it in real time. So there is an eclipse over the moon. So if you happen to see this video before a lunar eclipse, then you need to pay attention to the lunar eclipse that is coming up whenever you see this video. This could represent the lunar eclipse that is happening in a few days, or it could represent a lunar eclipse that will happen when you watch this video. But it looks as though, especially with this eclipse in the sideways, it looks as though something significant may happen in terms of getting all the information or understanding the full picture, or getting the truth of the matter. The truth or information might be revealed to you around the time of a lunar eclipse. So keep that in mind. Also, let's see what else. Given the fact that Ra is also a god, an Egyptian god, and that's another thing. This is an Egyptian tarot deck, and this is an Egyptian card, coming from different card decks. So given that Ra is also an Egyptian god, I feel like this also indicates asking gods, goddesses, universe, source, spirit, energy, ancestors, spirit guides, asking whatever you believe, asking them for guidance, asking them for answers. And I feel like if you actually pray and you ask for the guidance and the answers, then the guidance and answers will come to you. Maybe you have to spend time looking at the moon. It may not need to be a lunar eclipse specifically, but maybe just spend time in the night, looking at the night sky, looking at the moon, talking to the moon. Opportunity lost in the reversal. See, opportunity lost, it means exactly that, losing an opportunity. But in the reversal, you're not losing an opportunity. So with this card, to clarify the Three of Swords, which represents pain and heartache, I feel like this is saying that you're not really going to miss an opportunity, especially if those opportunities cause you pain. Like, when we go through a situation and we have to leave a situation, or a person or a situation leaves us, a person or a situation us, it can make us feel like we've missed out on something. But in reality, if something was only bringing you pain, heartache, trauma, you didn't really miss anything. If anything, rejection is protection. So if something doesn't go right, if something doesn't work out, if something was more pain and more burdens and more problems than happiness, light, love, you didn't miss a thing. Also, I'm getting the feeling that as long as you focus on healing, that will also help you in not missing opportunities, if that makes sense. Like, the more you heal, the more you will be able to accept new opportunities coming your way. Ooh. Schadenfreude. Pleasure from someone else's misfortune. One's pain is another's pleasure, in the sideways. This is giving me the feeling that you might have been involved with someone or something that enjoyed when you were stressy and depressy. It could have been a person that liked making you stressed, liked making you depressed, like hurt people, for example. So if you were dealing with someone that still needed to heal from something, they could have chosen not to heal, and they could have chosen just to take out their pain onto you, which is what turned you into a stressy and depressy type of person. Or, for example, you could have been like this card. This card also may not be you. This card could have been the other person. The other person could have been stressy and depressy, therefore, Schadenfreude. They enjoyed other people also being stressed and depressed, because then they weren't alone in their stress and depression. And it being on the sideways, this is giving me the feeling that if this Queen of Cups in reversal is someone who is a hurt person and they hurt other people, they could also be at war with themselves. Like, they may not enjoy it. It might be a habit, a compulsion, an impulse. Like, Like when someone can't help themselves and they make snarky comments, they make rude comments, and it's like they don't have to, but they just do. It's kind of giving me that feeling. Like someone is so used to chaos that they just create it. Even without wanting to, they just create it because it's so habitual. At least that's the feeling that I'm getting. Ooh. Oh, I thought that flipped. Almost did. No, that one did flip. Unexpected news. Interesting. With curator or collector on the bottom of the deck. So unexpected news could be that. Just something unexpected. Oh my gosh. Yes. Going back to Ra's eclipse with the illusion of the truth and the knowledge, that could be it. This unexpected news could be related to the eclipse, or to how I mentioned speaking to the energies around you and asking for guidance and assistance in some type of way. This could be that. You might receive some type of knowledge or information during the next full moon or during the next lunar eclipse. Now, curator and collector, in the upright, it is exactly that. Someone who collects, someone who curates, but in the reversal, it's like a thief, for example. Someone who does collect and curate, but not for value, not for the usual means that people collect things, which it brings them happiness. It's kind of like collecting things in the wrong way, or like manipulation, stealing, thieving, lying, doing what a person can to just take. That's probably what you were dealing with. If it was a person, or if it was, for example, a job, the job could have just been taking. If it was a family member, the family member could have been like burdening you with whatever they needed or wanted. Let's get more clarification. Bitter Heart Witch in the sideways. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. When the Deja Vu card fell out, and I mentioned how thinking that new experiences may repeat themselves in the same way that old experiences did, as in you went through something in the past, therefore you think that all new experiences are going to be like that. Therefore, deja vu, it's happening again. But Bitter Heart Witch in the sideways. When you think that something's going to happen and repeat itself, you are kind of on that slippery slope of bitterness. When you think pessimistically, when you have when you think that bad things are going to happen all the time, yeah, you're on that slope of, you might be becoming bitter, or like to be aware of your mental and emotional state so you don't become bitter. Some of you might already be a little bit bitter about previous situations, or this might not even be a previous situation. This could be a situation happening now that's making you kind of bitter. But I feel like this is a call to watch that and to work on it. And I feel like some of you are probably aware that you have this pessimistic mindset, and you're probably trying to work on it. Let's get more let's get more clarification. Cheap shot. I mean, I was telling you that this eclipse is going to bring forth information. There's an illusion, and this is the illusion. Someone or something is trying to take a cheap shot at you, or you are trying to take a cheap shot at someone. Remember, use your discernment. These readings, these collective readings are for many different people. So some of you might be a good-hearted person that others are trying to take advantage of. And some of you might be a kind of bitter, hurt person that manipulates or takes cheap shots at other people. Again, different people will watch these videos. But it looks as though that is the information you might be receiving. Is someone or something trying to take a low blow and a cheap shot at you. Whoop. Popped out. Executioner's swing in the reversal. So executioner swing is self-explanatory. An executioner is someone that kills or beheads. So it's like ending something, killing something, stopping something, but it's in the reversal. So it's like not killing, not stopping, like something is being halted. And I feel like this is kind of, I feel like if you were involved with someone, either romantically, platonically, career-wise, work-wise, colleague, family, friendship, whatever it is, I feel like someone tried to do something to completely stop an opportunity that you had coming your way, or to completely like keep you down and keep you stuck in some type of way. And I feel like whoever or whatever tried to keep you stuck or tried to stop your growth, your expansion, your opportunities, I feel like they couldn't. It's almost like divine intervention when someone tries to do something bad and then suddenly the universe, your ancestors, gods, goddesses, energy source, spirit, whatever, it's like something came along and said, nope. Nope. And keep in mind, if it is you, if you are the one that tried to take a cheap shot at someone and try to stop other people's opportunities, something is coming in and saying, nope, you cannot do that. So someone looks as though they are heavily protected. Ooh. Toxic Nim. To clarify, Schadenfreude, which is pleasure from someone else's pain. Yeah, someone is toxic. Someone is unhealed. Someone is toxic. I'm also playing random songs on a random song generator that pulls music from all of YouTube and Spotify. Song that just started is What I've Done by Linkin Park. So you have someone or something toxic in your life. And again, keep in mind, this could be you too. You could have you could be unhealed. You could have your own toxic habits, your own toxic, unhealthy mindsets. And that's what it is. Someone or something needs healing. Let's get more clarification. Era of Enlightenment. Yes, because, okay, the devil in the reverse. So the devil in the upright is bad habits, bad mindsets, falling into toxicity, falling into unhealthy habits, listening to your, or giving into your impulses, poor impulse control. And the reversal, it is awareness, healing, stepping back from bad habits. 10:10 p.m. on the clock. So 10:10, which is cycles ending, new cycle, or old cycles ending, new cycles beginning. So the time doubles down on this, because enlightenment, that's part of your unexpected news. Whatever unexpected news you're going to get is going to help you become enlightened. It's going to help you heal, essentially. But also keep in mind that healing, it's not just about gods, goddesses, universe, ancestors, source, spirit, energy. It's not just about them helping you. It's also about you helping yourself, because healing is an internal job. The universe can only do so much to help you, but you ultimately have to do most of the work to heal yourself. So you are definitely going to receive some type of news, and it's going to push you, give you that push to heal. Wrestling in the reversal to clarify the curator collector with pacifism on the bottom of the deck. This is interesting because wrestling in the reversal, it's self-explanatory. Wrestling in the upright is wrestling. You're fighting, you're going back and forth, you're struggling, you're defending, you're attacking, you're evading, you're dodging. But in the reversal, you're not putting up a fight, which is funny because pacifism is not putting up a fight. So it looks as though with this reverse curator collector, you could be stepping back from people that take things. And it's funny. I'm not sure if you see this. Yeah, I know you do. But I accidentally touched this card. It shifted a little bit. And right underneath is a card called Recovery. I'm going to try and keep this so I can... You see it says Recovery. Pacifism and Recovery. And then right beneath that is Feet of Strength. Okay. It takes a lot of strength to become a pacifist. It takes a lot of strength to step back for peace. And you ultimately understand that stepping back and becoming more of a pacifist in terms of you're not going to fight, you're going to pick and choose your battles, essentially. You're not going to fight just because someone wants to start a fight. You're going to look inside yourself and ask yourself, what do I have to gain? Or is it required for me to stand in this fight? Do I need to participate in this fight? Or can I step back from this fight and everything will still be okay? And I feel like that's also what you're learning through this experience, is picking and choosing your battles. What is worth the fight? Especially against people that take, or jobs that take, situations that take, friendships that take, anything that is too stressful, anything that completely, anything or anyone that completely, rocks your stability, your internal stability. All right, let's get answers on moving forward. So we have the Cayman and Poppy in the reversal, which is dreams. That's interesting. Dreams in the reversal. Especially since this has come out underneath the new opportunities with Deja Vu, Bitter Heart Witch, and Dreams. It's giving the feeling that you really need to dig deep inside of you and ask yourself, what do you want? What do you want for your life? What will make you stable? What do you imagine your career to look like, your finances to look like? What do you imagine your home to look like? Your stability. I feel with dreams in the reversal, I feel like I feel like you might, again, have some anxiety about new situations coming your way because in some way you feel like you can't achieve your dreams. And I feel like that's also part of the illusion that previous situations have given you, is that if you put in the work and if you go for something, it doesn't matter. Something's going to happen. Something is going to go wrong. Someone is going to hurt you. Therefore, all opportunities need to be looked at with a pessimistic mindset. And that's not true. I feel like you need to breathe life back into your dreams again. And remind yourself that dreams can always come true. It's just a matter of you. Are you going to be strong enough to stand true to your dreams and follow it? Trusting yourself, trusting your intuition to guide you. Trusting the universe or spirit, ancestors, energy, gods, goddesses. Trusting them to guide you. Is this sideways? Is this upright? I don't know. Are you supposed to be sideways or upright? Sideways. The hare and oak. New opportunities. Look at that. New opportunities. New opportunities. New opportunities. Opportunity. But this is about the moon, or underneath the moon card, which, like I said, illusions, cheap shot. Yeah, someone or something really affected your dreams, and it affected how you view new opportunities. You're in this like wishy-washy, like, is this going to be good? Is it not going to be good? Is it going to work out? Is it not going to work out? Someone or something really did a number on your mental, emotional stability. Get more answers on moving forward. Woo. The porcupine and anemone. Boundaries. You need to strengthen your boundaries, especially towards people that only want to hurt you. But again, remember that requires your own internal stability. It requires awareness. It requires you to trust yourself, to check in with your gut, trust your gut, check in with your intuition, trust your intuition. And when people show you who they are, you believe it. You can give people the benefit of the doubt, but not at your own expense. Does that make sense? We should always have great compassion for people, but we should not be sacrificing ourselves to give that grace and compassion to people. We need to also have boundaries. We need to also protect ourselves. We need to give grace and compassion and protect ourselves at the same time. That's what you need to do. Because I feel like this could have been, for example, this could have been you too. As in, you could have been the person that put down your boundaries, like you stood firm on your boundaries, which is what made other people, like it took away other people's ability to continue hurting you. Like standing up, finally standing up for yourself and saying no more. But this could also mean that you need to have more boundaries. All right. Ooh. I was going to say more information or answers on moving forward. The snake and fern, starting over. With the horse and bluebell, modest fortitude on the bottom of the deck in the reversal. So starting over, self-explanatory. A snake sheds its skin, starts anew, starts over, starts fresh. That's what you need to do. You need to start over. Especially when you've been stressy and depressy, you need to heal. You need to find yourself again. Especially when I said before, the time was 10-10, which is the end of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle, starting over. This is the time to start over, to become new, to shed that old skin, regrow new skin, thicker, firmer skin, tough skin, if that makes sense. And with modest fortitude and reversal at the bottom of the deck, This is like continuing to move forward. Fortitude. It's the endurance, the strength, the grit. Like you can take it, you can handle it, you can weather it. You're strong. But in the reversal, this is like, in some ways you don't believe in yourself. In some ways you don't think you have the strength. In some ways, you might be under this illusion that you can't handle it. That you can't keep pushing forward, but you can. You definitely can. And that's what it is. You're on this path to recovery, and it's going to take some strength. Strong. It's going to take some strength. So the question is, Aries, are you going to put forth the strength to start over and embrace this new opportunity, this new life that is being presented to you? Only you can answer that. All right, Aries. I wish you much luck on this journey, and if you're interested in a one-on-one private session with me for tarot, divination, energy healing, or sound healing, you can go to my Linktree, Tempest Trade, or message me on any of my social media. And once again, all the links are in the description below. Until next time, bye.